Hi. These holidays can be really hectic and hell for a lot of people because between the Christmas time, even Thanksgiving a little bit before, and New Year's and all in between is really hard on a lot of people. Today, I'm going to start right away with three critical things to think about that can really help you through these holidays if you're struggling in any way. Okay? As a psychotherapist for many years, I've learned a lot from my clients. They've taught me this. Number one is you really have to, focus on what really matters. If for you this is a religious celebration, keep that in mind. Focus on that for yourself and don't get distracted by all the other things that can go on, like gift buying and time with family that you like or don't like, and all these things that go on. If it's not so much a religious or spiritual period for you or a combination of that, then I'm saying focus on family and relationships with other people, whether it's family or not. So the main thing to keep in mind here is to really focus on what matters. It's not about buying the best present or having the nicest house or spending the most money or having the most friends. It's not about that. It's about a time to reflect if you want, get connected spiritually, and or connect with family and friends. And if you don't have many of those, we're going to talk about that a little bit also. But the key thing first here is to focus on what's important to you, whatever that is. And don't get waylaid by all these other influences of what the television says you should do or what the commercials in the newspaper or online tell you to buy, but instead, what do you really want to do, to take care of yourself? So that's number two. Number one is focusing on what's important. Number two is take care of yourself. This should not be a competition of who can spend the most. It should be not a competition of who's got the most friends or the biggest house or anything like that. It's about enjoying this time the best you can. And this can be very difficult for people for many reasons. Many of us had bad holidays as a child. We don't have great memories. That can be very painful. We don't have images of the idyllic Christmas holiday or Hanukkah or these types of celebrations that are so important to so many. But that doesn't mean you're less than anybody else. And you go back to number one, which is to focus on what's important, not the past, but work on the present. Another problem, of course, for many folks is they're not well connected to family. Or maybe they've had a loss of a loved one around this time, or almost any time of the year where this holiday season where you're supposed to be happy and cheery and merry isn't happening for you because of loss of someone dear to you. So there are many reasons why it's difficult to have this celebration like everybody else. And a critical thing about that is don't compare yourself to anybody else. Don't compare yourself to the rich people or the happy people or the beautiful people. In fact, if you're going to compare at all, if you're ever going to compare, here's a trick nobody thinks about. Compare yourself to somebody who's not doing as well. And there's always folks like that. But we have a tendency to compare ourselves only to those that are doing better, and we don't compare. We don't meet those expectations. But the trick is also compare yourself thoughtfully to people who are struggling more than you. Maybe people with serious illnesses more difficult than yours. People with financial troubles more difficult than yours. Homeless folks. People around the world who are starving. People in this country who are starving. So don't compare yourself to other people and, find ways to take care of yourself no matter what else is going on, because what's important is that you get through the season and enjoy it, or at least are not brought down by it. People also get bummed out by the winter, seasonal affective disorder, and not having enough money, or being separated from family, or having family that isn't as close as you'd like. But again, the really critical thing to think about is taking care of yourself in spite of all of this. Because you have a right to that. You have an obligation almost to do so for you. So keep focusing on what really matters and to take care of yourself the best of you can. Don't beat yourself up. Don't feel bad. Don't compare to people doing better than you only. Compare, if you have to compare, to people who are doing worse. The third thing that is so key to all this is somehow communicate or connect with others. There must be usually somebody in your family or friendship circle or religious institution that you can connect to and talk with them. At least one, stay connected in some way. Don't just isolate. That's not going to help. If you're isolating, make a phone call, talk to somebody, get something going where you've got at least a connection. Don't hold yourself alone. Connect in some way with others. And the second thing is talk to them if you can about how you're doing. Let them know, how's it going? You don't want to bum people out. You don't want to guilt trip them, right? But that doesn't mean you can't communicate a little bit. At least let them know a little bit. Maybe then they'll support you. If you don't ask for some help or connection, people may not even know that you want it. They really might not. You have to ask for what you want. If that is another thing that's a little struggle, you can always talk to a counselor. Maybe not immediately, although there are helplines you can call 24/7. There are suicide prevention hotlines and help with parenting. There's a lot of helplines out there. All you have to do is dial your local number to find that kind of help, or go online and find out what phone numbers you can call for support. You can get into a therapist, get that set up so you know something's coming up that you can do to help you feel better. These are really critical. It's important to recognize what's really important here, to take care of yourself, and somehow connect with others. My name is Bill Claudy. I hope this was helpful. Please subscribe, and I will try to do my best to continue helping you find ways to be happier in the world, in spite of the fact that sometimes it's kind of a struggle. Well, and thanks very much.